Generic greetings and welcome to Tactical Breach Wizards. Today's beverage is a lovely cup of lemon tea. So Tactical Breach Wizards is an absolute joke. No, seriously, back when Tom Francis used to work for PC Gamer, apparently they used to joke about a super serious hardcore military unit that for one reason or another was made up entirely of wizards. This was something that I remember reading about on his blog a couple of years ago. I do tend to follow his and Suspicious Development's progress because, well, they made Gunpoint and Heat Signature, two games that I highly recommend, so obviously I wanted to know what the next thing for them was, and apparently it is this, a game about breaking into rooms with wizards, which are sort of a mismatch of wizardry and modern equipment and that sort of thing. This is the very early test version of the game, not yet available for purchase or for sale. All of the dialogue is placeholders, there's going to be obviously loads of changes, all of the levels will be swapped up and things like that, so it's basically just for getting down the mechanics and that sort of thing. Either way, I jumped on the chance to check it out. It's not a sponsored video, but I certainly wanted to check out the beta, and well, now it's now. So I thought I'll bring you along for the ride. I have completed the first 4 or 5 levels, but after that it is going to be new. So let's just go ahead. We've got Witch Cop here, who is talking to Navy Seer. Yes, having an unnarrative significant place over the conversation. Yes, you'll have to believe that I had some choices in these. They're better. I want to know what you say if I pick all of the asshole options. Let's just skip the chat because basically it is just something like that. So as you can see, this is the main overview of the game. This is our unit over here, the Navy Seer. I'm going to go in and move the camera so you can see just the sort of thing that we're looking at here. So we have, looks to be some guy in like a tack and combat gear with with a rifle with a box mag, but then in the front we've got crystals. There's sort of crystals and gems for the reflex scope and stuff. We've got grenades on the back there, but those grenades seem to be made out. Ooh, well, we can either say that's an animation problem or magic. We've got grenades that are actually sand timers. Obviously they've got the pointed hat with the stars and stripe on, but then also like full comms and all that sort of thing. So yeah, a nice little interesting mashup there. We have to break into this building and we will bust in through there and then we'll hack that computer, but sadly there is someone over here that is trying to stop us. So what we're going to do is right click on that door, we'll place a rune, and then boom, it blows that open, and then we go into there and you can see now he's got a line coming to us. Now if we preview what will happen if we end the turn, we are basically going to get shot in the face, and we go and drop down because this guy will fire. It doesn't tell me how much damage they do or anything like that. It would be nice to know how much damage they do. But we can obviously always do that, and we can check the event log there. But basically they're going to fire and then we're going to be taken out. So we need to prevent that. Our objective is to hack this computer, and that ends the level. Obviously this person, however, is a bit of a problem. So if we move to there, for example, he will be out of line of sight, and if we commit to that, then they'll probably follow us. But we're going to rewind that. You can do this as many times as you want, and I have a couple of options. You always get 1 free move here, so 1 per turn. We then get 1 action. We have 1 action point and 3 mana. The mana we get back by doing certain things. So in this particular case, the Seer's abilities revolve around time and supporting his team. He gains mana each time they achieve something, taking out an enemy or completing an objective. So if we take an enemy out, we get some mana. We have 2 health, pass out if this reaches 0, and then 3 mana, needed for the most powerful magical abilities, and each wizard generates it in a different way. We have, at this point, only the 3-bolt burst, which fires a burst of 3 arcane bolts. It does 1 knockback and 1 damage, and, as you can see, there is a window right behind it, and it wouldn't be a Suspicious Development game if we couldn't put people out of a window, and that's one of the loudest cannons I've ever heard. What we're going to do is go over to there, we will use the hacking there, commit to that, and that is pretty much it. And completed. So it took us 2 minutes 22 to complete that, 3 rewinds because we're just messing around there, and then we will advance to the next level. And because, as I said, this is just the very early test version, looking for feedback, so I'll just say good level because I don't really have any other frame of reference. So we now need to move to position, and we've got 2 other people here. So we've got, looks like to be the same, we've got tracker, they're both trackers. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll breach that, and then there we go, that goes, and then they're going to point there, and so that's bad. So we need to move to a position, move to a position where only 1 enemy can target you. So if I go there, only 1 enemy can target me, and then I'll do a 3-shot burst, which is only going to do 1 damage. It does only say knockback 1 and 1 damage, and they have 2 health. However, if they get pushed back into a wall, the remaining knockback is taken as damage, which means, there we go, they hit the wall and then they drop down. We'll now commit the turn, and then they'll try to run to us, and the same thing will happen, and then they hit the wall, and there you go. We'll just run over to there. We don't have any, oh, do we have, yes, we do have the option to do that, and then we'll complete that, and job done. Another easy one. So there we are, and you can see it's going to spin around to here. We now have a different type of enemy, and we're going to zoom in to have a look at them. So we can see that they have like a riot shield and a helmet and a baton. and they're probably going to try and hit us with it. So if we look at them, it says, plans a path. This is the Enforcer Rodriguez. Plans a path to strike the nearest member of your team in close combat. Will execute at the end of your turn. If they can't reach you, enters melee Overwatch. So they have 3 health and 1 armor. Incoming direct damage is reduced by this much. Doesn't affect damage taken from hitting walls. So if we hit in the walls, which in this case, if we do a 3-shot burst, it will be 1 damage, which will be absorbed, and then the knockback will hit him, and then he'll hit the wall, and then he'll take that damage because the obviously armor doesn't do anything. We're going to preview it, and we can see that basically he's going to come over and lay us out on the ground. So we pretty much don't want to be doing that. However, we now also have the Reflex Foresight. It's 1 mana and 1 action to do it. Aim in a direction with no enemy directly ahead, and you shoot the first enemy to cross it on their turn. High damage only costs mana if you shoot. 4 damage, so it knocks this much off the target's health. Armor can reduce this, but they've only got 3 health. Can you see that? They have 1, 2, 3, which is in orange, and then 1 in blue. That threw me a little bit. That did throw me a little bit because it's presented there as a bit like extra health. So if I do this, for example, so I'm looking that way, but I'm going to put my Reflex Foresight that direction and preview that. We can see he's going to go there, and then he'll get knocked down, and we've still got this little thing for the armor. I'm not. I don't know. There's something just doesn't read too well with me there. Either way, going to go over there, pick that up, and job done. And yeah, we'll say another good level, and then we're going to go over to the next one, and this time you can see we now have the option to click on move and then move them over to a different location to breach another area, which we can do there if we wanted to. These guys will normally run to shoot us, but I'm going to go to there and then say Reflex Oversight, that one there. We will preview, and you can see that that'll happen. So we'll just say commit, and then you can see it'll simulate it, and then you confirm it. And we can do the exact same thing, can we? Yes, we can, and then preview, and then we take them out, and we'll commit that straight away, and then use the laptop, complete, job done. Another easy one. So okay, so now we have Navy Seer, spend your perk points. We have Time Grenade, an ability that allows the Seer to give his action to any teammate he can reasonably hit with an hourglass-shaped grenade full of magic sand. Mana Grenade, the ability that allows the Seer to transfer 1 mana to any teammate he can reasonably hit with an hourglass shape full of magical sand, can be used once per turn and doesn't cost an action, and then a max mana boost. So increase your maximum mana by 2. That would be quite good. However, I think we're going to give it the Time Grenade, because why not, and then we'll confirm that. So again, we've got some dialogue here. We're going to skip all of that. And now we have the Witch Cop. So I'm going to zoom right in so you can see what they're like. And we'll zoom right in. And then can we spin the camera around? Are we able to spin it? And uh-oh, that's accidentally breaching the door. I didn't really want to do that. You can see they've got like a fold-up broomstick there. They've got a looks to be like a baton with... baton was like a crystally bit on the end, but they're still using the flashlight, so there we go. So this guy's going to come in there. That's going to be a bit of a problem, and you can see we have a couple of options. We've got move. We've still got the same amount of mana there. I wonder how they get back. So fast and precise, her abilities let her push enemies where they need to be, and she only gains mana for dealing just enough damage to neutralize them. So I guess we have to get the exact amount. Well, it doesn't really matter at this point because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up to there, and I have either Static Blast, which is 2 knockback, or Chain Bolt, which is also 2 knockback, but it costs mana. Not that I really care, because I'm just going to do that. And they go out there and down to the street, use laptop, complete that, and job done. So that was quite an easy one. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult because there are 3 enemies now, but we also do still have the... Reach that there, and we have Chain Bolt. So knockback pushes the enemy unit back this many squares. If it's a wall remaining, knockback is taking its damage. So it's quite easy. Obviously still tutorial, but that's going to push them back. You can mouse over there, see what's happening. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3. So it's going to be window, and then wall, and there you go. There you go. Over to there. We'll use the laptop, complete, job done, and move on. So another one. This time we've got 3 enemies. Now that guy can go out of the window. That guy can go out the window. That guy will hit the wall. So that might be the way forward. So we'll breach that over there, like so. The problem is that we can't see them, and we do need line of sight. So it's going to be 1, 2, and then 3. So you can see it's going that, like that. Although the third one doesn't seem to be shown. And that guy didn't go out of the window. Oh no, he just hit the wall. So we've still got that guy left. So he's going to probably run towards us. I'm going to go over to that and then use the laptop and then commit to that. He's going to run right over to us there. And the problem is that I really need to do some more damage. I can go to basically to there and then use the Static Blast to do that, and then hits that. I was going to say table, but it's not. It looks like with some sort of medical slab or something. And there you go, another fairly easy one. So quite readable for the most part for this one. And so now we have 2. We have to survive for 3 turns. So in this particular case, we have 2 enemies to deal with, and there's 2 red doors there where they can spawn. So we're probably gonna, well, for a start, we'll breach this door because there's only one way in for the witch cop, and we need to take them out as best we can. The problem I have is that this guy here, marksman, you can see, instantly shoots the first person to cross their line of fire from in your turn. So you can see this hashed ground. If I go in there, that happens. So that's not good. But at least we can try it and then see what happens. So what we need to do is somehow get that guy there, because if we do that, it means that they'll end up shooting their own guy. It doesn't tell me how much damage they do, though, does it? Instantly shoots the first person across the line of fire. Okay, so we've got static blast, which is 2 knockback. We've got 2 knockback from that one. Let's go over to the Navy Seer, and I guess we'll just have to go reflex. Go there, reflex to there, which immediately got used. End the turn. 2 more people come in, and right, a little bit more of a problem now. So I can push that guy back to there. He'll get shot. I could probably go down here and work that way. Or what if I use chain lightning? 1, 2, and then chain to there. Don't think that's the way forward. I think instead, also got time boost as well. Throw at an ally to give them 1 extra action. So we could use lightning bolt if we did that. That is a possibility. The other option is to move there, do reflex sight, do something else. Although 3-shot burst is quite reasonable, but the problem is that this tracker is looking directly at me. So if I preview that, basically I'm going to get shot, and then he's going to, yeah, both of them are going to get shot in the face. So basically a 3-shot burst is not unreasonable to there, and that'll allow me to then go to chain bolt. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. So it took him out because of, well, I pushed him. Let's see. Never see from 1 mana from which got success. So the marksman hit, see the event log here. This is where we have to decipher it a little bit. Marksman Krecker hit a wall with 1 knockback left. Yes. The marksman took 1 damage. No, the marksman shot them. So I pushed him back. So yeah, pushed him back. The marksman shot them. He went back and hit the wall. He went that and hit that wall. That's what happened there. There maybe should be some. Is there a line break? Yeah, should be a line break for each turn. Anyway, end the turn, and 2 more people come in, and this can be a little bit more difficult now, because we've got that marksman looking that way, we've got this guy there, and that guy looking directly at me. Well, I can use my... I can't use my static blaster there, which is a bit of a shame. However, I do have a couple of other options. That guy's going to constantly look at me, which is a problem, but I can push him. I can just push him straight out of that window. So that's pretty much sorted there. The only problem is this guy, because I can do 2 pushback, but after that, where would I put him? There'd be no place for me to really do anything with. Although I think, quite frankly, chain. That didn't work out as intended, because he's now changed his targets to here, but I could only do that because I couldn't chain it any further because it's 1 mana per person. Right, got ya. So I can't chain onto that and then chain onto that. The only other option is that I could go there and use my... Oh, why can't I use my reflex that way? I guess I could just shoot him out of that window. That would work out. But then, sadly, this is still going to be an issue. I could just run to there, but that guy is probably going to run and then take that one out. So this is a case where there might be a way out of it. There might be a way out of it, but it also might be the case that I've just messed it up too much. So, I mean, I could do that, but that's not going to kill him. No, it's not. So if I preview that, basically he's going to knock me out, and we'll have to say complete. So we did survive, technically. We will advance. I'll skip the rating, because that's not entirely a good or bad level. It's just me messing it up. So now this one, we have a different enemy type. We have a traffic warlock. You try and jamming the A305 Spaghetti Junction without resorting to dark magic, and then we'll see. Now then we'll talk about who's taking this too seriously, Mike. The passive aggressive and all that. But I don't know what they do. It doesn't tell me what they do. Okay. So we've got an enforcer. We've got tracker, marksman, tracker. So these ones that just point, they just point at you, gunpoint, laser style, and then shoot you if you're in line of sight. Marksman, we've seen that. We can see what they're doing over there. This one though, grenadier, launches a stun grenade that detonates at the end of your turn. Okay, that could be a problem. Well, we need to take out. That's quite an easy takeout because we can push them back 2 to there and then they'll get shot by the marksman. So that's relatively easy. The problem we have is how we're going to deal with both of these. So we definitely want to push those back, but I don't want to give line of sight to this guy. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll have a cheeky... Do you want a cheeky breach? 1 knockback, but I want a 2 knockback. A 2 knockback. So I'm actually going to swap Witch Cop around. I'm going to move them to there and move them to there. Like that. Is there an easy way to just swap them? Can I just like... No, you can't right click to swap them that way. Maybe nice, but anyway. Let's have a quick look, closer look in on the front. Oh, there. This is the front of the Witch Cop. You can see they've got like books either side and bags and some sort of totem thing there. Very twitchy as well. Right, anyway. Let's go. So, it is breach. That's breached. So this guy's pointing the gun at me. Fair enough. Static blast. So yeah, goes there, gets shot, gets taken out. I technically gain that back because it was just enough damage to kill him, I guess. And then there's just this one. So it is to pop this door open and say hello there. And 3-shot burst, which will, sadly not be enough. Instead what I'll do is go over to here then. And then use my 3-shot burst to do that because the damage will be 1 plus the pushback. Job done. And we still have a movement left on this character, which I will use to get in position there. And oh, no, rewind. As you can see, as soon as I did that, it was all kinds of bad. So instead I'll go to that side, then we'll commit. And oh, we've got some people running in, which is all kinds of bad. So, wow, that's... I have no idea what that is, but it doesn't look healthy, does it? So we've got... tracker pointing at the Navy Seer. We've got the tracker pointing at my Witch Cop. It would be nice if you could maybe like mouse over a target and see which ones are affecting it, because I know it's those two. But maybe highlight there would be cool. Anyway, I just realised that is that actually, yes, it is. It's like a, well, I thought it was a mace at first, but when you zoom in, you can quite clearly see it. It's like a traffic light type thing. And then there's a number plate on the back with a tyre with loads of spikes and stuff on it. Yeah. So I mean, I've always thought things like Shadowrun, which makes magic and tech and cyberpunky stuff, it must be a nightmare, because that done wrong could just be like the ramblings of a mad person. But it seems to be done very well. In here, obviously, it went for the humorous side of it, and yeah, I quite like that. Although, I don't know if it's supposed to be humorous or not. Either way, I do find it humorous. I'm just looking at these here. They are not blue barrels. They're blue barrels, not red barrels. Does that mean they can blow up? I don't know. Either way, this big red slash across here fills me with a bit of dread, so I really don't want to be standing there. So, what I'm going to do is go you over there. Still getting line of sight, but chain bolt. Oh yeah, I can actually push that back. 1, 2, 3. And yes, it did actually take out them barrels. Air canister took 2 damage, air canister took 2 knockback. Yeah, air canister exploded, right. So it did actually, it was an air canister. Brilliant, okay. Reset the camera there. So the Navy Seer. Well, we'll have to get out of the way. And then it's just going to be one of those. Quite a reasonable one. Is that it? Is that all we need? I guess preview. Oh! They've got like ghost traffic. Right, okay. We'll confirm that, and as you can see now what they're doing, they're still coming towards us when he's casting that, the traffic warlock. But we now have the option to just get the hell out of the way, which I will do. I have 2 mana left. 1, 2. And that's taking them out. And then charge in there. And there you go. And let's preview that. And then there's the cars. I like there's a bike rack on the top and stuff. Brilliant. And then there's more coming in. Wow, okay. So he's still casting. I quite frankly, he's going to get just put straight through that window. So let's do that. So we'll move to there. We will do a 3-shot burst. You're going to land somewhere in the street where, to be fair, that's his natural environment anyway. And then static blast, which will be... Oh, actually, wait, that's 2 knockback. Yeah, that's fine, because right up against the wall, that should be 2 damage, which it is. I will then run over to here, get a bit of cover. I'll get that guy. He's already moved. Actually, commit that. And we've got another guy coming in. I am going to, quite frankly, at this stage... go to there. How much pushback do I have? Just 1. So instead what I want to do is run to there. I'll take the witch cop, which will run to there. I will then do a 2 knockback, which should hit in the cap into that. And then, wow, that went all over the place, didn't it? So it looks like I pushed him 2 into there. That blew up to push him back and then push me back. So that's not entirely what I had in mind. So I'll pull that right back to there. That guy's going to try and follow me. Instead, I will go over to there and just do a bit of a static blast. Just put some damage on them. There probably is a way to kill them, but, well, we'll do that because he... the officer is not actually charging... Oh, he should be charging someone. Yeah, there we go. So they're going to come around and take care of me there. That's going to be another 2 damage. I'm just protecting on this corner, and that's going to be a reflex sight that direction. Preview that, and you can see they're taken out. Commit to that, and then right now it's time to actually go over there, use the laptop, and then it's just a straight one of those, and job done. That should be complete. So it took quite a bit of time, but we had new enemies and bigger map there, so there we are. So we now have the Navy Seer, an extra point. We're going to go with boost the maximum mana, and then we have the Witch Cop. So potent static blast. It's your static blast now does 1 damage in addition to the knockback, and the max mana boost, I think we're going to go with that. Yeah, an additional damage. That should be fine. And then more dialogue, so we'll skip all of that. And then this time we have, oh, what was that? There was a bit of smoke coming up there, and no, it's from, apparently, the Rebel Riot Priest. A resistance fighter in stolen Riot Priest armor. She gains mana when she takes damage. 4 health, 1 armor, 1 stability, which is reduced oncoming knockback. And, cool. So, oh, didn't mean to do that. But I like the way that they use the shield to do that. So they've got a battery on the back, like a 12-volt car battery, with... like the lights on the top, a welding mask of some description, big heavy riot gear, loads of books, and it's like a sensor, but it's smoke grenades. So, how much damage did they do? Let's preview it. So they must do 2, yeah. So they do 2 damage. Got ya. What have I got? I've got move, charge, and swap. Swaps locations with an enemy. Okay. Charge in a straight line at a target knocks them 1 square for every square that you travelled. A long run-up is more effective. So 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Is that what it would cause? Yeah, I think that's what it caused. So their shot is there. Fair enough. Commit to the turn. They're getting back there and... Sensor Slam. Spend all remaining mana to do that much melee damage. Okay, so this is the powerhouse then. I think it would be realistic to do another charge. See you later. And then, sadly we can't move, get around, but it doesn't matter because we're going to go there, commit to that, and then it's a Sensor Slam. Okay, good. I like that. So now, it's seeing how all these can go together and trying to be clever about it. So, immediately what I was thinking is, well, we'll push that guy out of the window. Oh, hang on, wait, let's have a quick look over here. Caution, armed priest. Cool. Right, so I was immediately thinking, let's charge that guy, put them through the window. No, bad plan. What I will do is swap them. I think that is a better choice at this stage, because I can now breach, and we'll do chain, chain, chain. Fairly simple, alright. This guy, get breached in. Move to there. And then do a charge. Oh, we can't do a charge. Sadly, we can't do a charge. I can swap them, though. I don't know why I would do that. But I could. So, they haven't yet committed to any action. What I'll do is go there. And then I'll swap with my own unit. Preview that. And I get that mana back. Not that I used any. Commit to that. And, oh dearie me. Did they seriously stand there? I believe they did. So, quite frankly, move to there. Actually, no. Swap with them again. And then... out the window. Okay. Over to the laptop. Use that. Complete. Advance. Nice one. Right, so now we have all three together. And, oh, a fiery canister. I've just realised that... did it not start with mana? Or is it something like... not start with mana, or do you use it from previous turns? I don't know. Anyway, we've got time boost. We've got all manner of enemies here. We just need to get rid of the basics. 1, 2 out of the window. That though could be an option. Okay, well you know what? We have the option to try it, so I'm going to do that. Breach that, and then do the burst. Right, which pushes them back like so. I see. I see. How much does it do? Explosive barrel exploded. 1 damage. Static blast. 1, 2, 3 should kill them. Yes. Only had 1 health. That was a winder. That guy, not too much of a problem. And I will stay where I am. So they've gone. No action points. This guy has got some action points. I'm going to go to there. Got shot from the marksman. Admittedly, that was a misplay, but I don't really care. That guy's now over window, and I can deal with these 2. But there's red doors there. Commit to that. There's 2 coming in, including Riot. So, a bit more difficult now. I mean, it has to be that... surely. For this guy... you know what? Rewind. Start... oh! Oh, there we go. Got the health back. Start thinking like I'm playing into the breach. Swap. We need to swap somehow. There. Swap. And then they shot that. He shot that guy. Okay. He won't be too happy about that. Time boost. 1 extra action. I'm going to have to move first. Time boost. Do they get an extra action? They have got an extra action. Yes. So, he's dead. And he's dead. And then we will pull back to there. Commit. There's some more coming in. And there's... it's getting a bit more complicated, if I'm honest. The marksman, not too worried about. This other marksman, not too worried about. So it's just these 2 guys. But that could be an option. Don't have the mana for Sensor Slam because it's 3 mana. Charge is pretty much useless at this stage. I could move to there and do reflect. No, I can't. Rewind. Move to there. He's still going to attack me. Reflex for that side. That'll be him dead. This guy, quite frankly, if I just back up to there, I'll get shot. But gain a mana. And then do a charge. No. Didn't do all the damage I thought it would. I wonder why. Charge is 1 damage. Because I was only moving 1 space? I guess so. I guess so. Okay. Can I just charge that guy? No, I can't, because you have to move to do it. So... This is where you can end up spending many, many, many hours on a turn, which is something I often have, in the past, I have done. Getting that guy there is possible, but it's also pointless because I was going to go there to swap him, but we have to move him to there first. And quite frankly, I'm overcomplicating matters. Reflex that way. This guy into here. We'll do that. Blast, go to there, which will take him out. And then finally, we've got this guy who can, if I want to, simply swap over there. And I don't know what effect that would have, but I've done it and I'll preview it. So he gets shot and then he runs to there and then, oh yeah, so we'll rewind that. And we'll probably not swap and instead preview it. He gets shot and then he blocks it and then we'll complete that. Yeah, there you go. So fine, another good one. And we'll probably try this as a last one. And ooh, they have an enemy Riot Priest Prince as well. Right, so going to be a little bit more problematic this time. And they've got one of those traffic warlocks. Their crowd control is really, really good. The problem I have is I need to go to there. Right, that's fine. Okay, so we're probably all right where we are. We need to take out both of these in one go, which I think is possible. I'm going to swap those two round, though. I think that that might work perhaps a little bit better. So we'll breach that door. Go to there. I will then move to here. And then point behind me because you go to there and then preview it, it'll get killed. For this guy, might as well breach, why not? And then we're going to go to there. There. Static to push him back into that wall. Not much damage. But when this guy comes in and charges him into that wall, quite frankly, freight train, that's a lot of damage. Boom, he's taken out. So that should be fine. Yep, there we go. There's all them taken out, and we've got the mana back. Let's commit to that. It looks like they did not engage, so we have to clear this one out first. What I'm going to do first, then, is move these guys up. Laptop's got... He's moved up to there. He's to there. I was going to actually wait, and... Yeah, I was actually going to wait to see... Maybe take some damage and get some mana, but nah. Right. So he's going to shoot the Riot Cop. I think they're going to keep spawning here, aren't they? That's just the inevitable. So we need to take that guy out. I mean, I'm very tempted just to fling him in. Oh, let's do it. You're out of a window. Ah. Rewind it. That's a problem. I wanted to breach with them, but I need to be in that position to breach it. I guess I could breach. If I move there, I'll get shot, but I don't particularly care. Do I really want to swap with someone at the back or something? Who have we got left to act? Him. I'm thinking swap with them. Go there. And then just like that. And that's just clearing the decks a bit, isn't it? Still more people coming in and all kinds of nonsense going on now. So we have one of them in this guy's line of fire. Well, it has to be done. I'm going to go to there and do the burst. It's a bit of damage, but not much. But we'll just start putting damage out. Go to there. Same thing. Almost dead. Swap with the big guy. And they take out one of their own. And a bit of damage on that guy. We'll commit to that. So I'm actually going to use them now. Because I think they're... Yeah. Probably... 'Cause I think they're, yeah, 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 probably probably the way forward, realistically. Okay. Try and keep using the traffic cop. Although, do I really want to? Will that kill them? Yeah, I mean, that's not unreasonable. And, I mean, I'm going to go there. I'm trying to get this guy in front of a window. If I'm honest, that's my objective at this stage. Get that guy in front of a window. Right. So, he's not in the front of a window. Not much I can do at this stage with him. I don't think I can move in front of a window either. I don't think there's anything I can do. Just keep clearing. Keep moving forward. Quite tactically, strangely. And then this guy will go into there. And then we'll time boost for that guy. Another action. Which will be to chain bolt this 2 knockback. I'll commit that. Ah, but he has stability. So he didn't do anything. Ah, that's a problem. Okay, rewind the whole thing. I have a plan. I have a cunning plan. The beat to go to there. Same thing. That was fine. This guy into there. Time boost. Then the knockback, which moves him to there. Which means, sadly, nah. Didn't do anything. Okay, well, we'll just commit. See, we're just absorbing the damage there. I need to somehow get this guy in a position where I can really knock him back. I mean, it's just do damage. If I just sensor slam him, will that work? Almost. Go back to there. Actually, go behind him because we can move through. And then knock back. But because the knockback into them doesn't do anything else. Cool. That worked. And this guy... Tactical breached. And there we go. So, is it possible to have action moving? It isn't now because this is the end of the beta. Ah, there you go. That's actually the end of it. I thought it might be coming up to that. There you go. Thanks for being some wizards for a while. Please tell us what you thought via the feedback form below, or we'll never learn. And if you think this might shape up into something you'll be interested in, wishlisting the best thing you can do for us to launch. There you go. That's been a bit of Tactical Breach Wizards. I do get the Into the Breach vibe off it, and do very much like the mix-up of the wizards. The odd niggle here and there I think I've pointed out were like slight visibility problems. Something like that traffic cop, I didn't even know what he did until he launched a big ghostly traffic jam at me, which is something I never thought I'd ever say in my life, but there you go. Also got flashbacks from the Rick and Morty episode where the guy can summon a ghost train. Either way, very much enjoyed that. As I said, this is a very early test version of Tactical Breach Wizards, so please don't think this is representative of the final product. If you like what you see, then links are in the description for the game. You can check it out yourself. As I said, it's not a sponsored video, but something I just personally wanted to check out. Either way, I'll be doing the feedback form, and we'll go from there. We'll check it out more and do some more if I can. This is, as I said, something that's like been a private beta and stuff, but yeah, there you are. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.